Hello, and welcome to Killing Time. Seeing if anybody shows up. Just got done from work. Had to run out and pick up some groceries, so I'm a little late. I wanted to start at 4 o'clock. I'm about 4:07. That's a little bit late, but you know, just wasting a little time today. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hi, Pam. Hi, Mike. What's going on? How's your guys' day? I'm doing good. Had to run out to the store. You know, every once in a while I had to go. About once a week we go out, pick up some groceries. Ken's has been home all day, chilling out. Right, Ken's? Well, you haven't been on my channel before, so I could make you a mod right now. Look at that. Or could I hide her? Ooh, I could hide her. How's your day, Mike? Pam? Pam, I gotta say, your premiere last night was absolutely amazing. Those drawings were awesome. No, no problem. Once I heard you were, or once I seen you were doing a premiere, I figured I'd have to see some good drawings. So how's the weather down there, Mike? I heard it's pretty hot. Well, Mike, I'm thank you for convincing her because it was an awesome, awesome, awesome time, and she had a lot of people in chat, which was cool. My next series, but might do a live stream with my kids. Oh, well, it depends on how they are. I gotta say, Ken's is pretty good. She wasn't too bad. Hi, Amy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day at work. If you worked today, those of you who didn't work and you're sitting at home and enjoying time. Hi, Rachel. No, don't worry, Mike. I after my first one, I went through and I did a little making people some mods. Rachel's Kenzie's in her other room. She's chilling. I stole her studio, as you can see. It worked well for me. Oh, Bill, I know you can come up with a list. I think I did almost everything that you asked me to do today, and that's why I was running a little late. So, what does everybody want to talk about? I was thinking we could talk about Disney and how we prepare for our Disney trip. Um, but then I realized that I really don't do much preparing. Um, my wife Billy does most of the work, and she does most of the hotel booking and all the other stuff. Yes, I do have to build a new desk for you, Kens, and I'll probably be doing that tonight after we take our jaunt with our dog, because she's adorable. Um, No, I don't. I've never been to Disneyland, Rachel. It's a little bit out of my league. I went over. I've only been down to Disney World. It's where I usually hang my hat when I'm in Disney. um, well, I know what we usually do, and oh, I do have a guest.
Hi. I look like a mess. I've been home all day with the puppy. Just wanted to say hi.
There's my dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, she's good.
Hi, puppy.
Kenzie, is there a painting that needs to be done also? LOL. Well, yes, Mike. My wife.
Yes, there is painting.
My wife and daughter thinks I'm going to paint the living room this weekend. And
Because you are.
hi Noah, how are you? I'm not going to stand. So I'm going to see how this goes. I know Mama and Diz Our Dream, or Myers and the Mouse and Diz Our Dream goes on at 5. And usually about 5 o'clock we take our dog for a walk. And if she hears me say that word, she goes nuts and then runs to the front door. She's a very good dog, though. But let's see how we get ready for Disney. Once my wife makes up all the plans and then we wait for that day to come. And the thing is, the last couple of trips, Kenzie decides to take over the fast passes. So she gets on there and she tries to do the fast passes. And then, when my job comes when it's time to pack, I don't know about any of you, how you guys pack for a Disney trip, but I know when I pack for a Disney trip, it's usually last minute. My wife, Billy, she gets on my case and says that I have to pack. And then I wait until like probably the day of. Um, and then if we're driving, we'll pack the car up the night before we're leaving, and then we take off that day or that early in the morning. If we're flying, we'll pack the car up depending on what time we're leaving. I don't know if anybody knows the trick of putting a smaller suitcase inside of a larger suitcase. That's what we normally do for our flights. So we have an extra bag while you're down there, so you have something to put all your souvenirs in. Well, that's good. Corey's on tonight at 8, which is always nice. That means I have from about 6 to 8 to put a desk together. I don't know if I have enough time. Do I? I might, depending on how quick I go. Um,
Yes, you do have time because I will help you. It's not just a one-person job.
it's not one person.
I'm gonna help you.
She's going to help me. That's something I should stream. Putting the desks together. That would be interesting. I don't know if anybody would want to take time and watch us do uh, do a stream. Hi, Pearl. How are you? Just think of all the s'mores fun if you're in this. Who's doing s'mores tonight? Jeff and Angela's going on at 6:30. Is our dream. Um, so how's everybody else prepare for a trip, or how would you plan for a trip, where you're packing your and all that stuff? Would you wait till the last minute? Would you? I seen that Amy says she's a last minute packer. Or that was Mac who said she's a last minute packer. Kenzie who was a last minute packer. I'm gonna say that's Ken's because she's a last minute packer. Um, I could talk about my day, but my day pretty much consists of me going to work and then coming home, changed, and went and picked up groceries. Yeah. So if anybody's been paying attention, everybody's out there saying, eh, especially up in my area, we're getting a lot of people that came up from New York City up to our county. And sometimes you could just tell. You could just tell because I went to the store this afternoon, and as I'm going in, I hear the couple standing next to me saying um, that, "Oh, that's where the beer is." So they've never been in that store. So I'm assuming that they're not from local. Hmm. Who said they're a last minute packer too? Um, so Pam, who's doing s'mores? And don't worry, Pearl, it's cool. This is a lot harder when there's nobody else to talk to. I've been going on for 10 minutes. Hmm. I could show you the mess that my daughter did to her studio. It's a pretty big mess. Um, oh, they are. That's good. So maybe I'll watch that while we're putting a desk together. Because we got dinner and desk. So if we drive down, um, we usually leave here right around 4:30 in the morning, and then if we leave that morning, what we normally do is we'll stop at our local. Um, oh come on, Mike! Really? They're not that bad. They're growing out. You see, that one's almost gone, and that one's halfway up the thing. My nail. Um, what? You're gonna come and hang with me? Oh, I got a guest. Hello.
What's up? Oh, my hair. I put it up because down it didn't look good. I don't think it looks much better up. Yeah, your fingers are still purple.
My fingers are still purple.
Hi, puppy.
So when you're planning for Disney, what do you expect? What do you look for?
Planning or packing?
Planning, packing, whatever.
So when I'm the worst packer ever. Did Mom tell you that when I went to Atlantic City with Dance, I didn't pack any pajamas?
No, she didn't tell me.
No, I went to a trip to Atlantic City. It was like a 3-day, 4-day trip, and I did not. No, see.
You know,
Nice
Pam,
job.
that was. Why was that nothing? So.
They're still a little purple. His ring finger is almost completely not purple anymore, but the middle finger still has purple on it.
And Pam, thank you for correcting me. No, Mike couldn't see that. So.
Yeah. So when it comes to packing, I completely forgot to pack a bunch of pajamas for a trip I was going on with a dance competition, and I ended up sleeping in my jeans. But when it comes to planning, I'm a better planner than I am a packer, because I like planning in advance. Like I could plan a Disney trip in a year. I could plan like next year's Disney trip. When I was in college, we would decide to go to Walt Disney World on a Friday night, drive all night, buy sweats at the park, stay all day, and then drive back home overnight Saturday, never packed. It's an interesting. That sounds fun.
That's hardcore, Pearl.
That's crazy. I would so do that if I didn't live in New York.
So usually when we're getting ready to go, I mean, I've packed and I've got you. Usually what happens is you pack and then I have to repack your suitcase.
Yeah.
To make more room. And then the day, if we're leaving at 4:30 in the morning, that's about the time we try to get on the road.
Yep.
And then I try to get.
So we'll wake up at like 3:30 so we can get our stuff in the car.
Yep.
If we don't put the stuff in the car the night before. Depending.
We try to do it the night before, but then what we also do is we do bagels. There's a local bagel place here.
We always get bagels.
We'll get 6 bagels, and then at the store we'll get a couple of slices of lunch meat and some cheese, and then
butter.
Well, yeah, butter or cream cheese.
Because we bring a cooler in the car, so in the back of the car we will have the bagels in the cooler along with sodas and butter and the lunch meat and the cheese and all that kind of stuff to put on the bagels. So we have our own little fridge in the back, and that's if we want a snack, we'll also bring like chips and stuff like that
We'll have chips.
for the ride.
We'll also do
Brandon and Dave make packing spreadsheets. That's awesome.
Well, then again, packing is not a big deal. It's for me. It's like again, it's the last minute. I throw it right in.
Yeah, and then you end up getting down there, and you're like, oh, I forgot this and I forgot that. That normally happens.
And then on our way down, we'll have mayo. We'll have in the morning. We'll have like butter bagels with butter, or bagels with cream cheese on our drive down. Since we'll leave at like 4:30, and then
we need food.
Yeah, around 7, 8 o'clock, we'll start eating. My daughter throws things in a bag and then tells me she can't fit everything in there, so I have to pack it. Yep.
That normally happens. I've been getting a lot better at packing though, when it comes to like, because I've been to when I started going to dance competitions, I needed to pack better, and also when I went to anime convention, packing all of that stuff was really difficult. So I've gotten better at packing, but I just do it last minute. So I'm able to fit everything in the suitcase. I just do it like the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as we're driving, we'll usually gas up here in New York, and then sometimes we'll make it all the way down to Virginia before we have to get some gas again. And then around noontime, we'll get like 6 bagels. Since there's only 3 of us, we'll get 6 bagels. So like the 3 bagels for breakfast, and then we'll have bagel sandwiches for lunch, which consists of a bagel sandwich, probably ham and cheese with some mayo. And
I don't do mayo.
Kenzie eats a bagel with ham, cheese, all separate. It's like a deconstructed ham sandwich.
I eat the cheese, and then I eat the ham, and then I eat the actual bagel, because I don't like mixtures of things. I don't like the mixture of those.
So what she's saying is
things.
she doesn't like a sandwich, which
No,
I mean,
I
it's
don't like
all the same
sandwiches.
stuff. It's just
I like eating deconstructed sandwiches. That's the best way to put it. Especially for conventions, because you got to be able to manage your own luggage. Can't wait till I'm popular enough to have stuff. I always seem to pack too much. I take the minimum amount in case I buy shirts.
And then
See, I try to look ahead, and I'll be like, okay, so on this day I want to wear this, and then on this day I want
unless
to
you're
wear
bounding.
this. If I'm bounding, that's a totally different story. I'm completely fine with. I've packed weeks in advance when I bound in Disney. If I'm not bounding, who cares? I do it last minute. But if I'm Disney bounding, if I have set outfits, I'm already packed. But with my outfits, I'll be like, all right, I want to wear this shirt on this day, and I want to wear this outfit on this day. Oh, I can reuse that. Like, I can wear that again. I can do that. So I normally end up packing too much. Shirt wise, I always pack too many shirts.
I always pack too many shirts. I pack probably like 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, and probably
like 20 shirts.
Twice as many t-shirts. Because then you got your Disney shirts that you want to wear. Sometimes you just want to have a plain shirt.
Yeah.
I had a polo shirt a couple times.
I'm more of a graphic t-shirt kind of person. But recently, with the Spirit jerseys, you want to wear those more often.
But not in August. If we go in July and August, you're not wearing a Spirit jersey. I don't think so.
When it came to November and January, it was kind of cold. And so in November, I remember wearing a t-shirt underneath my Spirit jersey. And throughout the day, if it got too hot, I'm wearing a pair of shorts. It's hot. I'm wearing the Spirit jersey. That kind of balances it out. If it gets too hot, I could take that Spirit jersey off, and I'll still have a shirt underneath that. So that's what I normally do if it's colder. Over the summer, though, it's just a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, last year I ended up buying a little bit more of the dry fit Under Armour t-shirts, and those things work out really well.
Yeah, you like those
in summer. Because, and you know what? You never realize it. Like when the sun goes down in July and August, well, mostly August, that's when we usually go.
Yep.
it's still like blazing hot until you get into the air
Mhm.
conditioning. Once the sun goes down, you don't realize how hot it is.
Kenzie, the trick is don't pack any long sleeve when you're down there. And then there's something you can buy that is long sleeve. Yeah. I'm on a solo trip, not much planning unless it's a must do. Otherwise, go with the flow. I love that idea. I see. I would do that with my August trip, but since I'm gonna be with a friend, we're trying to pre-plan basically everything that we're doing. I have to plan our restaurants. When we had originally talked about it, I wasn't 18 yet, so I wasn't able to do it.
Now you can.
So now I can. So I should probably do that. I'll probably do that today. I'll call her, and because we're eating at Be Our Guest, and I don't remember where else. I think it's Via Napoli.
Yeah, you were talking about
Her and I are gonna go there because she's never been to Via Napoli.
But she has to then be our guest. Be our guest for dinner or be our guest for lunch?
I think we're doing lunch. We're also the really big Disney Beauty and the Beast nerds. Her and I absolutely adore that movie, so like we kind of have to go.
Right. Now, when we went down in January, when we packed, that's the first time we've stayed. How do you say it? Is like the Dolphin Hotel is technically on site, but not on site. It was the first time we stayed at a non-Disney hotel on site.
It was the first time that we had done something where like going into your room didn't involve your magic band.
Right. When all of us first.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like recently,
right?
You know, every time we've entered the room, it's been with the magic band, but not having the magic band, having to use a card was like totally different.
But that wasn't really like super planned. The only thing that we really had planned out that trip was
Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, Rise of the Resistance. We had to get up super early for that.
Just tired thinking about it. Well, my legs hurt that day. You walked so fast.
We walked.
Oh my gosh. The Dolphin is like 2 seconds away from.
Come on, it's not 2 seconds.
It's
somebody
not
wanted
far
to take
away.
a boat.
I was so tired, dude.
So
I couldn't feel my legs.
But that trip there, when we planned it, that was I looked online and looked at airfare, and we did flights.
We booked that trip a week before we went.
A week before we went.
So none of it was really planned, other than Rise of the Resistance, and
you wanted to go to Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, that was the whole point of going, was Festival of the Arts and Rise of the Resistance. So we did those things, and then we did some extra stuff.
Right. Met Josh, Jenna.
We hung out with Resort TV 1. Tracy, is that the only shirt that you own? It feels like it.
I wear it like two.
He wears it so often. This is like his, like, if he was a cartoon character, I say this all the time. If Dad was a cartoon character, he would be wearing a Reese's shirt as his like repetitive shirt that he wears all the time. Because cartoon characters don't change their outfits.
No.
Yeah, so this would be your cartoon outfit. The jeans, your sneakers, and the Reese's shirt. You are a cartoon character in real life.
Oh, I'm definitely a cartoon character.
Yeah. But when it came to that trip, we booked that a week before, and we were kind of like,
we wanted to do Festival of the Arts. We had a great time there.
Because that was the only chance I would have to see Festival of the Arts. So it meant a lot that we were able to do that.
What meant a lot was having my wife and your mom, saying we can go.
Yeah,
without her.
That meant a lot.
That did mean a lot.
Mom sacrificed
super big
a lot.
Up the bill.
Yeah, Mom, you're the best. She's sitting at work like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. These guys could be like cleaning my house.
Yeah, we could totally be cleaning the house, but instead we're streaming. I've been home all day. I folded my clothes and I put my clothes away. I emptied the dishwasher.
Okay.
I did a lot today.
You emptied the dishwasher and folded your clothes and put them away.
And then I cleaned up downstairs. Well, for someone who's always at school during the day and then has rehearsals at night, this is me actually doing things.
If you cleaned up downstairs, that's a lot. Depending on how much you cleaned up downstairs.
My cosplay stuff is fine. It's actually very clean now. It used to be very bad because I had all my cosplay stuff downstairs. I still do, but all of my cosplay stuff was like a huge mess. But it's better now.
So after we're done putting the desk together, painting the living room.
Yep.
iffy on painting that living room. We really have to set up an area for Billy.
Yeah,
for
we have to
Mom
give Mom her craft area
craft area
downstairs.
or scrapbooking.
We have to move that couch back to where it was because right now it's against the wall, and we used to the basement. We didn't really use it that often. If we ever did, it was for
Hi, Bill.
it was for exercising and storage. Because when I was really little, they used that area as like a living area. Hi, Mickey Sightings.
Hi, Mickey Sightings.
You guys use that because we have home footage from when I was like a baby.
Yeah,
and you use the basement for like family gatherings and all that stuff.
Yeah, me and your mom was talking about trying to find a way to take some of the old videos that we have, especially from our first trip, and turn them into digital.
No, yeah, it would be really awesome. So
That
we
would-
could post it and show people.
Could you imagine? They will all get to see 3.5-year-old Kenzie going, "What's your favorite part of Disney?" The princess.
The princesses. Because apparently I had a lisp it when I was little. But
I know. My shirt does look good, right, Bill?
But when I was a baby, they used the basement as a living area. They would like have family gatherings. They would do that stuff. We have home videos of like Christmas parties and all that. And then they stopped doing that. And then it kind of became an exercise area. You guys used it to work out a lot.
Yep. Then I think our treadmill died on. Well, the first thing I think died on us was the elliptical.
Elliptical, yeah, I remember.
Then,
but you don't really need that to be working to actually use it.
Then the treadmill died, and our new treadmill is just too heavy and too big to go and put downstairs.
Yeah, I do like our new treadmill though.
Yes.
That's in our breezeway. But in the basement, we eventually I was like, I want to have a hangout area for my friends, because anytime my friends would come over, we would either be in my bedroom or the living room, and that's really annoying for you guys because my friends are very loud and I am loud with my friends. So when
especially Sapko, she's loud, but she's cool.
He's cool. He's cool.
How did we get from Disney planning to all the way?
Because we were talking about the basement for Mom's craft stuff. But so I created that area downstairs for my friends. We got like on Facebook Marketplace and found like a coffee table and a couch.
Yep.
And then we got like a rug remnant from a store.
Yeah.
From Carpet Place. It was really cool. And now that's where me and my friends hang out when they come over. So you guys have your space?
We have our space, and you make yours downstairs. So,
yeah.
If you
interview me.
Okay, where would you love?
Here's your microphone. Interview me.
Where would you love to stay in Disney?
Where would I love to stay in Disney? Disney? I would love to stay at Art of Animation. I think Art of Animation. I love the artistic value of it, and I love the sculptures. What would you call those?
All right, but like, is that one place that you would want to go back to all the time?
Well, I've never experienced it, so I want to do it at one point. We've never stayed there.
No.
I would want to stay there at least once. I mean, if we look back at the list of places that we stayed, obviously we haven't stayed at every single resort, but we stayed at a lot of them.
Yeah, let's see. We stayed at movies.
Movies multiple times.
Movies. I think one year we did.
We did Pop Century. You hated it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pop. I know everybody would.
So everybody agrees with me. Art of Animation is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but there's only 3 of us, so a family suite doesn't make sense unless we do the Little Mermaid room, and the Little Mermaid building's all the way at that one.
Mickey Sighting says that they stayed in the Cars family suite, and it was really cool. If we somehow had a trip that involved more than just the 3 of us, I don't know when that would happen. I know, but I'm just saying, if we were to do something that involved more than just the 3 of us, then that would be justifiable. But I really love the theming of it. That's what my favorite thing is. So someplace like Saratoga, I don't like Saratoga because it's so big, and I just don't. I feel like I'm staying in an apartment complex rather than an actual resort.
And the theming for Saratoga.
We live in New York, so Saratoga.
We live in upstate New York, which is Saratoga is about two hours.
Yeah, Saratoga's like a little far. That's where I got my clarinet.
Right.
Bill Cole works up there, so I we've been to Saratoga, so it's not anything special for us.
So then, we've stayed at movies. Then the next time we stayed at movies. Then we went to, I think we did
Port Orleans.
No, I think the next time we stayed down there was Caribbean Beach.
Oh, Caribbean Beach was nice.
And then we went and did Pop Century again.
And you didn't like that?
No, I'm not. Yeah.
What about Animal Kingdom? We have stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge twice.
Right, that was
once was like a split trip where we went. Let me tell you about this. Okay, we went on a trip with my cousin and her husband, and we stayed half of the trip at Animal Kingdom.
1-bedroom Animal Kingdom. And
then the other half of the trip at Beach Club. Who goes from Animal Kingdom to Beach Club?
We did.
Him, apparently. I didn't like it. I don't like Beach Club that much. I like Cape May from Beach Club. I'm not a fan of the
pool's cool if you're actually doing the pool.
Well, we were on the first level. We were on the floor level with a view of a bird poop filled pool that was closed. I don't think that it wasn't the best experience. Like, you take that and you compare it to the Animal Kingdom Lodge where you literally have animals right outside of your window.
Yeah.
You gotta put it in perspective. For how old was I? 12? 12-year-old me.
No, wait a second. That year, what year were you?
I was 12. Yeah, Mickey Sightings agrees. That's crazy. How could they do that to me? How could you?
All right, so get back. We went to Pop Century.
Yes.
And then I think the next time we went down, we stayed at.
We stayed at a lot of places.
I think we stayed.
I don't know the order of stuff, but I know where we've stayed.
I know we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, and that was the year, and that was in 2009. That's when we ended up buying, or 2009,
that's
2010.
When you got DVC.
That's when we bought DVC.
Yep.
And then
I remember I really liked. What an image for the marketing brochure.
What's that?
The bird poop filled pool, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, that was because the ducks were swimming in the DVC quiet pool. If you haven't if
you've been there, you know that there's
the DVC has their own quiet pool,
which was closed because of bird poop.
But the jacuzzi was still open.
About it. Also, the room was a maze. It's impossible to get through that room.
No, it wasn't impossible. It's just that they share a toilet between the two bathrooms. Where a 1-bedroom at Animal Kingdom, you had 2 bathrooms.
That bathroom was awesome.
And then you had a jacuzzi tub.
See, the top will always be Animal Kingdom Lodge.
It's the price. The price of a split stay. Yeah.
It's just. Animal Kingdom Lodge will always have my expectations very high.
Right, so then
we stayed at Bay Lake for my 10th birthday.
Yes,
and then we stayed there again a few years later.
Yes, we did the Bay Lake, and that was ultimately the reason why we ended up.
That's when you originally got DVC. You were already planning
was
ahead.
2010, we bought DVC because we were thinking we were going to.
Because 2012, I turned 10 years old, and they wanted to do a surprise birthday trip for me.
And then you've been acting up way too much.
YouTube. But so we stayed at Bay Lake the first time, and then we stayed again. And then we've only stayed there twice.
We're going to stay down there again in July.
Yes. And then Emmy and I are staying at Movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think her and I are staying at Movies in August. Don't remember exactly.
I do like staying at Bay Lake. What's nice about Bay Lake?
It's really nice.
For the points, if you're a DVC member, if you're staying at Bay Lake, for the points, if you can get it, a Lakeview room is just as good as a Parkview room. Or
we had a Parkview room the first time.
The first time we had a Parkview room, and
the second time we did Lakeview.
Yeah, the first time we did the Parkview room, and we ended up looking at the parking lot.
Well, the castle was in the distance.
It was in the distance.
But we also had a parking lot. But what were they going to do? They were going to put the park right next to you?
I just think it was they should have called it a standard view room or whatever. But then
the only thing that I'm not the fan of when it comes to rooms like that, I love Bay Lake, It was an amazing place to stay, and that will always be one of my favorites we've ever stayed. But
I know your favorite, so.
what?
Your favorite hotel. You didn't want to leave. You were holding on to a post on the outside.
Yeah.
But
when it came to Bay Lake, it feels like a normal hotel room. It didn't have like huge Disney theming. Like obviously there was Disney theming. There's always going to be Disney theming in most of your resorts. I can't think of many that don't, but it just doesn't feel like Art of Animation would with its theming.
right.
I do like being immersed in the Disney as much as possible.
I think the 2011 trip was when we did the split stay. We did the
yes.
We did the Animal Kingdom
So
one
I
bedroom.
was 9.
Yep.
2011, yeah.
And then we did
that was so long ago.
That was so long ago.
That was also I'm 18.
That was also the time that I failed in my second attempt to drink around the world.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that anymore.
No.
That's not smart. You can't handle it.
No.
And you know what? There's no shame in that.
No.
No shame in that. If you can't drink around the world, don't.
And then,
because then you end up drunk in Paris with the biggest migraine.
So then I think we went and did after your birthday trip, we went in March that year, and I think we went in June that year, right after.
It was March, June.
In June, we stayed at
October, and then the next year was August and December.
Was it June that I think we stayed at Old Key West. Old Key West.
That's a really nice
if you guys haven't stayed at Old Key West, or if you're DVC members and you haven't stayed at Old Key West, it's actually not bad for DVC.
Really good.
2 full beds, where most for a studio it had 2 full beds, and the rooms were pretty large.
I appreciate it when there's 2 beds and I'm not forced to lay on the couch.
You never get to sleep on a couch anyway. It's always me that gets forced on the couch.
Yes, but who woke up on a couch on their birthday in Disney?
That was
me.
You. That was you.
Why did you make me sleep on the couch on my birthday?
I don't know.
But I like it when they have the 2 beds, because then there's not grumbling about the couch, who sleeps on the couch. I do like the thing where it's like the 1 bed and then you have the pull down underneath the TV.
Right.
We had that at
Poly.
But
they've been doing that a lot on them. Yes, the
Polynesian is my favorite. It's Mom's favorite too. Mom and I love the Polynesian. It is our favorite. We would give anything to stay there again. But the points don't allow. Hi, Lady Jamers.
Hi, Lady Jamers. And then from there, I think that...
Would you ever... Oh, I have an interview question. All right. Would you ever stay at the Grand Floridian if we had the points for it?
Absolutely.
Grand Floridian looks really nice. I'm not sure about theming. It looks really pretty. And, I mean, obviously, if it costs that many points, it's obviously a very good experience to stay there. But I just don't I've never seen a room.
Right.
I don't know what the rooms look like in Grand Floridian. All I know is that they have an amazing aura when it comes to the actual buildings.
Old Key West, the restaurant at Old Key West, I can't remember the name.
Oh, the music inside, yes.
But I also had I think I had a buffalo chicken soup that was pretty good.
Where?
At Old Key West. They had a
Now, what do you like more, Old Key West or Fort Wilderness?
As far as what?
Anything. I don't know. They kind of feel like the same thing in my mind,
yes,
but I'm also
Amy
not
Olivia's.
remembering.
Olivia's had a really good the year we were there. They had a real nice.
Did I forget what Old Key West looks like?
Buffalo chicken, buffalo chicken soup, and it was actually really, really good. And that's what I really remember about Olivia's. And what's also cool about Olivia's.
I'm remembering Old Key West now. All right, that's a totally different thing. They were very similar in my mind. They're not.
Well, Old Key West and Saratoga has that same kind of design.
Are they right next to each other?
Close. I mean, they're built around.
The Enchanted Rose looks amazing. We didn't eat there, but we went in.
Where's that?
It's at Grand Floridian.
That's the
it has
lounge.
All the Beauty and the Beast stuff.
Yeah, we walked around there.
Yeah,
I heard the price.
Of course, I had to go in there and see what they had, but
the prices were pretty high.
Yeah, but it looks so nice. I have to look at what they have if it would be worth the money.
Yeah, where else have we stayed? We stayed at
We stayed at Beach Club. We stayed at Boardwalk.
we stayed at
The
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk was nice. I really enjoyed the board. We had a very nice view of the lake. Is that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we had a very nice view at the Boardwalk. We were the Boardwalk was accessible within like 2 minutes walking downstairs. We were pretty high up.
And then there was one year we did a cash trip instead of DVC trip, and we stayed at All Star Sports or Movies.
Sports.
I think it was movies, but it was over by
No, because we did movies. We've done movies a lot. I feel like we did sports. Oh wait, no, we did
movies.
Music a lot.
No, it was sports, but we stayed all the way over on that one side.
Yeah, I remember sports.
You've never been strolling at Boardwalk?
Boardwalk is awesome. I remember when we were staying at Boardwalk, it was when I was kind of getting into my I want to be independent in Disney phase, which I'm still in. I like being independent in Disney. I feel like I should do a video about that because there's a lot of things that come with being by yourself in Disney. But when we were staying at Boardwalk, I went down to the bakery for breakfast and I got myself a buttered croissant and I sat on the boardwalk and I just ate. And it was very nice. It was a very nice experience. I sat by myself and stuff. But when it comes to being in Disney by yourself in the parks, it's fun because you don't have to consult anybody else about what you're doing. You just do whatever you want. Figure it out in your brain and you make your decisions. The only thing I don't like about Disney by yourself is eating at a restaurant. It is not fun for me. When I went to Cape May for my own like personal trip, for my own personal day, I had that whole day. That's when I met Donna and Arjons for the first time. That was an awesome day for me, but I did not enjoy eating at Cape May by myself.
And then
we did the boardwalk. And
we've
then
stayed at Boardwalk. We've stayed at Animal Kingdom twice. Animal Kingdom Lodge. Remember the second time? I think that was a Halloween trip. We had a Safari View room.
And it did not give us a Safari View room, and Mom called.
Well, technically it was a Safari View room, but it was on that backside Safari, and Billy was like really, really mad and called and was like, "This is not the type of room that we wanted."
So we ended up getting what we wanted.
We ended up moving over to the big Safari because if you're looking at the
you have the big Safari in the middle because
and then it wraps around a little bit, and then that's where we ended up staying, and then we moved over, and then
why can I never remember where we stay? I mean, because I feel like a lot of them blend together in my mind.
I think that since we bought DVC, we stayed at Cash twice. We did our November trip. We stayed at All Star Music. Stayed in the Boardwalk.
Hi, Jasmine.
Building.
What are you doing?
And that other time we stayed. That's when we met Chris and Jeff down there.
Yeah.
That was a good trip.
And
then
Jasmine.
Oh yeah, drinking or Lady Jamers and Lena, you're gonna drink around the monorails.
Amy said Lady Jamers they have the monorail crawl.
You really, really do. My dog wants.
Jasmine really wants attention. She's an attention hog.
And then the only downside to the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is a really nice lodge, it's just that it's so far away from every place else. Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah. No, it is. It's far away, but I like it, theming wise.
And then I think the first time we stayed down there, I went down to the store, and then I was trying to find a Walmart because we had the 1 bedroom, and I'm on the road, and then next thing you know, here's a toll booth popping up out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay, and they were like, it's this amount, and I'm like, well, all I have is $200 bills on me, and they were like, well, we don't take anything less than a 20, and I'm like, again, I only have $200 bills and my Fast Pass that was on the car, and they don't take Fast Pass down in Florida.
Easy Pass?
Well, yeah, they don't take the Easy Pass.
They don't take the Easy Pass? Yeah, that's the complaints plus Kadani Village. Having not small quick serve place.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've never eaten at any of the restaurants in Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That's because
I'm picky.
A super picky eater.
I don't like food.
And then, so I get to Walmart after this guy looks at me and they hand me a slip of paper and say, and I'm like, well, do you want me to mail you? Like it was like $1.25 to go on a little bit, and they were like, no, this is just like a warning to tell you not to abuse the system. So
okay.
So then I found a Walmart and then drove back, and who knew that there was a Target, one of those super Targets, pretty much right around the corner from Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, what we do normally when we get down there is
if we're driving.
What do you mean?
If we drove there, we'll go to the store, pick up some stuff.
No, if we fly, we have a order place, and they will deliver our groceries.
Publix does a delivery that worked all the way up until November.
They don't do that anymore?
No, our flight was so bad that when we got there,
our flight was delayed.
We got bread service at Sanaa and Animal Kingdom Lodge for one of our big meals. So bread service by itself is good.
That sounds interesting. I like bread.
You do.
Speaking of bread, what's for dinner?
I don't know. I think Mom says she might be doing one of the Hello Freshes, so you'll have to figure something out. Okay. Thank you all for stopping in. I know there's only about there are a few of us in here, but you know what? I'm a little guy. Little guy is what it is. And
that's why I came and hung out with you.
Hang out with me. I'm your biggest promoter.
You are. I'm your biggest fan.
So at 5:00,
Dessert Dream is going.
Dessert Dream.
Are they on Dessert Dream?
I'm not sure for it. Mikey would. Mike would. That's what we should call Mike Wheeler. Mikey Wheeler. Mikey Wheels.
Mikey Wheels.
I don't know. Do you think he likes Mikey Wheels?
I don't know. You'll have to see if he's still in chat. So let me look up Dessert Dream. See if they're.
And then I think Dessert Dream's going on again
At 6:30.
At 6:30, they're doing s'mores. You call him Mikey all the time, Pam. So that's what I think I'm going to call him, Mikey. Mikey Wheels.
Or just call him Mikey. I'm not seeing the stream on either of their channels. So
maybe they are.
Yeah, depends. I'm not sure. It was a good time chatting. I'll let you do your outro.
My outro? I don't have an outro yet. Michelangelo, yes. I've been looking to Dreaming with the Mouse, and it should be on Myers and the Mouse channels, but nothing's popped up.
Yeah, I just looked and I'm not seeing anything. Mikey Sighting says that they're
Mikey,
on
you're on a 7. Mickey, that's Sean,
Mickey's.
Right? Sean, he's on a 7. Yeah, unfortunately, we know what's going on in the world right now, Disney World, and it's actually moved. So more streamers are streaming. I mean, look, this is my second stream. This is probably longer than I ever thought I was going to do by myself. It would have been pretty boring if you didn't hang out with me.
I am your savior. I mean, I have nothing else to do. I'm home all day. I've done all my chores, so might as well pop on.
This is called wasting time.
Yeah, we wasted time together. It was a fun time though.
And
his Wheels is my theater name. Yeah, his theater name is Wheels.
His theater name is Wheels.
See, in my experience in the theater world, my theater name is any of my characters' names.
Oh, yeah?
When it comes to the show. So, when we were doing Shrek, I was Fiona. Like, Pierre would call me Fiona all the time.
Yeah, what's good is with tonight, if usually Corey goes on at 6.
Is he going live tonight?
He's going live at 8, so more people have a little bit more option to come on, and I'll definitely catch Sean. Sean, I have to put a desk together, so what I'm going to do is try to get the desk together pretty quickly.
Or and then stream, I'll help you.
And then we'll watch streams as we're putting it together.
Yeah.
So if you don't see us in chat much, we're probably putting a desk together.
Yep. All right.
I think she's going to videotape that too.
Yes, I am.
Or not videos, well, not video. You're going to vlog it?
Yeah, I'm vlogging my room reorganization. So.
All right, so thank you, everybody.
The day he was born is 518. That's funny.
Oh, 518. That's our area code.
Yeah.
So see you guys all later.
Streams keep
Thank you.
I'm glad we're able to help you keep sane.
Oh, sane.
We have a fun time.
We're keeping people sane.
No, we're not sane.
We're not sane at all.
I don't know how Mom deals with us.
Oh my God, we look the same, don't we?
My head's wider than yours.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to do this again next Thursday at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Hopefully
he started a little late today because he had to put the groceries away. I don't know why you didn't just ask me to help you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, being that I think some guy put out a YouTube where they're saying to wipe your groceries down when you bring it home. So I had to wipe all my groceries down and then put them all away. Thank you guys all for coming. If anybody knows if they're playing or they're streaming today, and you could drop it in the links.
Pizza. All right.
So, guys, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you next week.
Bye.